So the active ingredient Matrixyl has just won a prize for being the most important launch in the last 25 years. Now, perhaps you could explain us a bit what the origins of this active ingredients were.
The origins, it goes back to a publication, scientific publication that we found in the literature, which stimulated us to look at a small peptide of 5 amino acids, which stimulates collagen synthesis in human fibroblasts. And that was the beginning. We thought that stimulating collagen synthesis with a defined molecule was an interesting point to start with, and one thing following another, we did a number of in vitro studies to show that this peptide did more than just stimulate collagen, also hyaluronic acid, also fibronectin and other proteins. And from in vitro you go to ex vivo studies, you see changes in the skin, and finally you go to clinical studies and to see what does such a peptide do on the human skin. The really original idea at the time was to do a clinical study over 6 months with intermediate points, time points, 2 months, 4 months and 6 months. I think it was the first time that a 6-month placebo-controlled, randomized clinical study had been done on an active ingredient, and that was Matrixyl.
And how long did this development take altogether?
Altogether, I would say from the first idea to the clinical studies and then to the launch, about 2 years.
And how does this active work in actual fact?
Well, as I said, in vitro one can see the mechanisms, the individual stimulations of essentially the dermal fibroblasts, and then in vivo you see the effects of this stimulation. The skin is a mattress of connective tissue, of hyaluronic acid, of glucosaminoglutanes, of proteins, of course. And as we age, these proteins decrease. There is less synthesis, more destruction by sunlight, by proteolytic enzymes. And this peptide is part of a natural healing process. Actually, it comes from wound healing research, and by rebuilding the connective tissue of the skin's mattress, the wrinkles don't disappear, but they are slowly reduced, because the skin becomes thicker again, and this mattress is more flexible and of higher density.
So the original Matrixyl is not really openly available to the market, but what is available for the market?
There's a whole range of Matrixyl peptides. The original is available. The Matrixyl 3000 was the follow-up product, which is a combination of 2 peptides of the same type of activity. And then there's a Matrixyl Synthesix, which is another peptide with very specific capacity to stimulate the 6 important proteins and macromolecules of this connective tissue. And there are other variants which are not all in the catalog, but do exist for certain customers.
So what potential do you see for peptides in general in future?
I think peptides are here to stay. They generate less buzz now because new concepts have arisen in the meantime: plant stem cell culture, various plant-derived molecules. But peptides are so active, so important, so interesting, so biologically specific that there will always be peptides used in the cosmetic industry for not only wrinkle repair or anti-aging purposes. Peptides can be used in slimming products, can be used in skin toning products, can have all sorts of activities that go beyond simple anti-aging.